North Cyprus has long been an attractive holiday spot for international tourists and has become one of the top fertility tourism destinations. It is chosen by patients from Western Europe, Turkey, and Middle East who look for quality IVF treatment abroad. Reasonable treatment costs constitute a significant adventure here. Even if you take into account travel and accommodation costs, it can still work out cheaper for you than in other top IVF destinations.
Okay, so you asked me the question about why IVF in North Cyprus. The answer is very obvious, actually. Cyprus is at the moment the third biggest IVF country in Europe based on the European Fertility Association. What does that mean? Basically, we are holding approximately more than 10% of the market share in Europe after Spain and Czech Republic. The main reason for this, we can count at least 5 or 6. Number one, the healthcare system in North Cyprus is very well developed. We have a good infrastructure here and we have good technologies supporting the lab and the doctors alongside with that. The second thing is the cost. As you know, in North Cyprus we use Turkish liras. Therefore, it makes us competitive against our European competitors. Because here, the cost of living, when you travel here, the cost of living here is in Turkish liras. So when you come from the US or European countries, it's quite competitive price. IVF treatments, on the other side, we charge in euros, but still very competitive. Comparing, for example, UK. If you want to get an IVF treatment in UK, probably it will cost you between 10,000 to 20,000 euros, at least. Here, the normal IVF starts 2,500 euros, excluding your medicines. So when we sum up entire thing, it will end up around 3,000 euro. When we put the travel cost and accommodation cost in this, for the entire protocol, it might be approximately 4,000 euro. So it is, to be honest with you, 20% of the total cost in the UK. That's why it's quite competitive. The third thing is, most of the treatment types that we are applying here, they're not allowed in some of the European countries. And the countries which are good in the health tourism, like Turkey. Donation. In IVF, we can use the couple's egg and sperm to create the embryos. But what if the couple hasn't got either one of them, eggs or the sperm? Then basically the donation programs kicks in, which is really famous in North Cyprus. We have our own donor banks in our hospital for eggs, and we use Seattle and Cairo sperm banks in the world to gain the sperm, to apply the sperm donation program, alongside with egg and embryo donation program. So it is completely legal. It is approved by the Ministry of Health here in North Cyprus. That's why we're applying these protocols here. Also, there are some other countries which they are allowed to apply the donation programs, but it is, in terms of the legal perspective, it is quite restricted. In Northern Cyprus, we can apply the IVF until the age of 55. In most of the countries, it is limited up to 45, 48, maximum 50. So we can actually make a person pregnant or creating a family until age 55 without getting any approvals. And one of the other thing is the number of embryos that we can transfer to the patients. Some patients, they come to us after 40 years old, they don't have too much good quality of sperm or eggs, so we have a low quality of embryos. Here, per transfer, we can transfer up to 3 embryos. Most of the countries in the world, they can do a maximum 1 or 2. So that's another advantage, which we can transfer up to 3 embryos to increase the success of the pregnancy. I think one of the main other reasons that we are seeing patients coming from is the gender selection. There is only at the moment 4 countries in the world which are allowing gender selection. So what I mean by the gender selection, when we create your embryos, then we can actually pick your desired gender for the transfer. So if you want a baby girl or baby boy, then we do the genetic test, separate these two gender, and then transfer the desired gender. In most of the countries, this is not allowed, but in North Cyprus, it's legally allowed. That's why we are receiving lots of patients from abroad, specifically in the some Western countries, and also recently lots of requests coming from the Middle East and Africa. The other reason I can say that it's alongside with the local legislation, it's how easily you can enter the island. So we can count in your flying options. You have two options. You can fly directly to North Cyprus via Turkey without any visa requirement. This is really important at the moment. Northern Cyprus is only requiring visa from Nigeria. Rest of the countries, we don't require visa. We permit them visa at the border when they land to Northern Cyprus. And of course, when they come for the treatment, they have the invitation letter with them without any problem. And the immigration grant them 30 days stay here so they can easily access. The second option, they can fly to Greek side and they can cross the border to Northern Cyprus. So at the moment, as a small island, you can fly to Cyprus from 3 different gateways. Number 1 is Erzurum Airport, number 2 is Larnaca Airport, and number 3 is Paphos Airport. From these 3 airports, you can have easy access to our hospital here in Cyprus IVF Hospital. One of the other reasons that we can, I think, count on is that I mentioned it shortly, but about our donation programs. We use, especially for the egg donation program, we use VIP donors. Based on the Ministry of Health legislation on the donor side, we can only allow to use donors aged between 22 and 31. Therefore, we are having very high success rate on the egg donor programs because of these requirements actually ensure us to have good quality of eggs, which actually allow us to have a good pregnancy rate and success rates. In overall, Cyprus is a very attractive place for the health tourism and especially for the IVF, because also don't skip this matter. IVF process is normally considered as a stressful process. But Cyprus, it's a Mediterranean island. Most of the people, they come here for holiday. And with the IVF treatment, what we're trying to do with our patients, we combine the treatment with the holiday. It's 365 days, you can see the sunshine here. So what we offer to our patients, come here with combine your treatment with the holiday, which also help us to have a better success rate, because stress has a huge impact on the IVF treatment. What we are able to do here with what our island is offering to us to reduce the stress when the patient arrives here and have a holiday, get their treatment like they're on holiday, and we send them back home with a stress-free atmosphere. Those, I think, I can count on the main reasons why from right now, I think approximately we are receiving patients from 38 different countries based on January 22 results. That's why we're attracting lots of people all around the world. Legislation is very supportive on the IVF side. It's easy access to island. We have different donors from different ethnicity and different groups without any waiting list. We have very good infrastructure. We are a 10,000 square meter hospital here as a Cyprus IVF hospital, which we're not only offering the IVF, but we can offer all other treatments as well, so they can create a treatment package for themselves. And it's a trustable company. We are a member of the European Fertility Society. We are a member of the Fertility Clinics Abroad and eggdonation.com, and plus the Enhanced Fertility Program, which internationally, recognized company, which gives the good trust to our patient to come over here. And I didn't even need to mention, but we also have IOSA 9001 certification. So we created the entire infrastructure here to receive international patients all around the world and send them home back with the best experience they could ever get.
On the next episode, Dr. Mustafa Kalfalu, a well-known general surgeon, will share a brief explanation about the field of surgery in North Cyprus. Stay tuned and thank you for watching.